And I'm just going to see how good your memory is. You know, on New Year's, we all made New Year's resolutions, right? And I had a bunch of them, and I read them out, and you got to pick one. So y'all remember what you picked? What did you pick? Read your Bible every day? Yeah. What did you pick? Help people not be afraid. That's a good New Year's resolution. What about you, Ava? Give glory to God. You've been doing that? All right. As much as you can, right? Let's see. Bella. To forgive others, right? You know, that's kind of hard to do, right? Yeah, because we keep remembering stuff, and that makes forgiving really hard, doesn't it? Well, and how's that been going? You don't know? Well, that's a hard one. What about you, Towns?
Trust God no matter what.
To trust God no matter what. You've been doing that?
I just read that. So
Oh, you just read it. Are you telling me you forgot it before you read? You did. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Did you have a tough time last night or something? I just wondering, you know. No, okay. But helping people trust in God in everything. That's really cool, isn't it? Those are good resolutions. You know what? I made some resolutions. Did you know which one I made? Actually, I made two. The first one I made was that I want to do everything I can do to help you keep your resolutions. Because these are wonderful. When you do them, when you keep your resolution, then man, Jesus is going to be doing all sorts of special things inside of your heart, right? Okay, well, and you know what my second resolution was? My next resolution was that, you know, Miss Darla wants me to build a pergola. Pergola, you know, do you know what a pergola is? Oh, well, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you. I have two pictures here. I don't want to cover up your haircut here. Okay, yeah, okay. Well, you see, this is the old picture, and you see that we had a deck in the back, and the deck was made out of wood, and it got old and kind of rotten, and you know, I was looking bad, and I tried to fix it, but it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And so, you know what I did here? I tore it down. I did that a few months ago, right? Tore it down, and then. So look how it looks now, right? The pergola's gone, right? So now we have a concrete bottom on there, and Miss Darla looks at that and says, "When are you going to build that pergola?" Oh man, I got to do that this year, right? That's one of my resolutions: get the pergola done. That's pretty important. But you know. To build a pergola, what do you think? What do you think the first thing you have to do before you can build a pergola? You're going to need a couple of things, but the first thing you need is a marker, because what's a
permanent marker.
Yeah, and hopefully it can be a permanent plan.
Or Sharpie. Or Sharpie. Or Sharpie.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so you got to come up with a plan. So, you know, what's the plan? We got to make a plan. Is anybody here very good at drawing? With a Sharpie that's permanent? You know. Ava, you're good at this? Okay, well, here you go. Why don't you just come right here in the middle? Okay, so we got to come up with a plan, guys. Okay, so So, oh, and we might need one of these too, right? Yeah. Uh, okay, well, we'll just wait. Okay, so what do we want the pergola to look like? We got to draw something, right? Got to have a plan.
What's a pergola?
What's a pergola? That's the first thing that you gotta figure out. What's a pergola? Well, a pergola is kind of it's sort of a wooden piece that you got one outside behind your house, right? No, that's Marcos and Christina. They have a
Like a cover.
yeah, covering out there, you know. And then you can go back out there and you can sit in the cool of the evening and drink an iced tea and slap some mosquitoes, you know. Yeah. Yeah, you never go out there anymore. Well, I can understand that. And so you get and you can talk and just spend wonderful time with your sweetheart.
Yeah, I don't have one.
You don't have one?
Hey, kids don't have sweethearts.
Kids don't have sweethearts? That's a bummer. Okay. All right,
No.
but if you had a sweetheart,
I have a Pete.
and maybe you can get a sweetheart
I
someday.
have a sweetheart.
Yeah, well, but you can go out on the pergola there, underneath the pergola in the cool of the evening and maybe just visit. Wouldn't that be great? Okay. And so under a pergola you might put some chairs and a table, and you might have some friends over and maybe cook some food together, and you go out in the back and under the pergola and have a meal together. Wouldn't that be cool? Okay. So why don't you come up with a plan here, okay? Here's the house. How do you want it to look?
So you want it to kind of look like that.
You want it to look like the old one?
Well, not exactly.
No,
Just like
got to change it a little bit or I'll be in trouble with Darla. Yeah, okay. Well, let's figure it out. Like, this is, so how do we want to build it here?
so you,
So are you happy with that plan? Ah, okay. Well, to keep my resolution, I need to build that, right? You know?
yeah.
This year. Yeah, put the grass in there. Come on. You know, make it attractive, because we're going to show Miss Darla afterwards, and I'm going to see if we can get her approval. There you go. That's cool.
And then
Did you know that Jesus likes it when we have a New Year's resolution? We say we're gonna do this special important thing, you know. And you know what Jesus likes us to do when we have a resolution? He wants us to come up with a plan, right? He wants us to think about how everyday towns you can be trusting Jesus no matter what. And you can forgive everybody no matter what. And so you have a plan. So you're watching for it, and you're looking for all those special, man, that's looking really good. That's right. Do you put an umbrella under the pergola?
you could take the umbrella.
Well, it's 10 foot tall, man. We could probably put 2 umbrellas underneath there. Oh, yeah. And so helping other people and all those resolutions, that's one of the ways that Jesus works inside of us and does wonderful things, because when we plan to do what he wants us to do, when we plan for something really special, he helps make it happen. Isn't that cool? So, man, look at this. This is great. Let me. That's a couch. I guess I'll have to buy that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That's a barbecue pit. Okay. So here we go. Look at this. We got it all drawn out, right? Ready to go. Are you going to come help me build this thing? You want to? Well, I might need some help there, but that's going to look cool, don't you think? And you know what? It can just, when we work together, well, it can be a wonderful experience, right? It's more fun when we do things together, don't you think? Just like it's fun when we come to church and we can be together. So, you keep working on your resolutions, and I don't want you to forget them. I know I won't because I've got the list. Yeah. And so I'll be asking you next week, okay? How's it going? And let's keep our resolutions because Jesus is going to do something special, and this is a good plan, okay? All right, well, you guys can take off, and Miss Bree's out there to get you off to Children's Church.